we go. Welcome to the start of a new interview series. This is My Isekai Life. This is my, Nick, their voice sounds different. Is it back to normal? I would say mostly yes. It's mostly back to normal, which I'm very happy with that. This one's a bit interesting one, unlike in the case of the last anime, which was saving 80,000 gold for the lower my retirement, which was on Crunchyroll. This is on Sentai Filmworks. Well, their streaming service, High Dive. Now, when I heard some of the voice casts, like some I did not know who the heck you were, like a lot of the time when it comes to Filmworks, but there was one I was like so happy that she was here. And she was episode 2. Now the series is mostly about the main character Yuji, who gets they kind of explain this in it shows in the flashback of the next episode a little bit, where he was looks like a computer designer, actually more like a video game designer, who is overwhelmed with work. Like as soon as he finishes, people get more work to do. People want to do more stuff, and then he gets transported to another world. He gets like his HP, sort of explained in flashback episode 2. And then of course he just happens to come across his first creature there, a slime, who talks. And these slimes take form of a ball, which is interesting. It's a little different than what Rimuru does. I'll get back to that one. So, then of course the slimes bring him to this hut, at least a small house with all these books, and the slimes read him all the books in this entire library. He gets OP a lot of magic, so he basically becomes a sage and a tamer. If you want to know what happened next, pretty much what happened next was basically, which they did not adapt for the anime. I don't know if they can adapt for later episodes, but remember correctly, is that right after this, he does not get the alpha you see where in the anime. He doesn't get that until a little bit later. So, then he meets Proud Wolf a little bit later on, which I don't know if they can adapt there or not. And of course, basically, he met Dryad, who appears in the first episode. So, in the first episode, you see him where he comes back from a quest, where he has basically, like, everything of course, they see a slime shoots fire. A guy named Gibbs, where he basically witnesses this and doesn't really believe him. And then, of course, like, Lily, the Gil girl there, thinks he wants to kill the guys. Nope, he just came here early. All these Lilies, and of course, you have the branch master who's there too. Okay, so the one who voices Yuji is Scott Gibbs. That's who voices Yuji. Proud Wolf is, I kid you not, it's the voice of Hawkeye Mihawk from One Piece. Yes, Josh Grumlin. Dryad, who appears also in the first episode, voiced by Kira Vincent Davis. These some of your slimes: Sarapachi, Masara, Sarapapi, and Gasara, and Pikasara. Sura, who's one of the slimes here, is voiced by Christina Kelly. Who basically was mine from a comic I Kill. Excuse me. She was Michiko Tendo from Chainsaw Man. Alpha from Emerson Shadow, which I'm very happy about that. Good show. Luminous from Farming Life in Another World. Uti from One Piece. And Regina Mercedes from the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. There is also Blake Shepard, which, is there anything I've seen this person been in? Aside from this one, he was also the lead character from Fire Emblem Hikaru and Short Fell Knight Sequoia Kira. I think he was no, it was somebody else. This guy is one of the characters in the show. So this is only my third anime I come across him in it. Yes. Max Larotsky. He was in, aside from this one, he was in. And I'm looking aside from this one that. This is the first one I came across him in. Yep. Now, Dryad, voiced by Kira Davis, she was in these following series. For Zarfus Vampire, the second season as voice of Kurota. Who is that? Well, she was the lead character's little sister. Or from Fairy Tail. Suru from Akame ga Kill. Zombina from Mansa Musume. Yes. Lenny from Farmer Knife World. And Karen Havalis from The Vexations of Vampire Princess. Yep. Now, Lily herself is voiced by the Gill Girl. She is voiced by Margaret McDonald. Which you listen to her, she sounds like Lucy Christmas, but nope, it's not her. The Guild Master Angus is let's see, he is voiced by Joe Daniels. Who's also the star of Peter Grell in the Philosopher's Time, and no series I'm still working on. I need to get back that show. He was in Chain Soldier, which I have previously seen, and those second things coming soon. He's in the show Is on Trigo's Dungeon. He's been since the second season of the show, voicing various characters, including Hachin Chio, Luda, Alan Formal, and that's it. He was background character. He had background voices in Montetula Rue. He was in The Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy as Ogreman with the main tool of Rue. And that's it. Oh, he was also in Evan Styles' Mundane Man. Yes. Oh, Gale. Gale was voiced by Andrew Love. Yes, that's his name. So, of course, I buy some of them. And that was when I told, oh yeah, there's monsters coming in town. So he shows up his awesome skills by coordinating with all of his slimes that he has, including the Proud Wolf and Dryad, to basically figure out how many monsters there are, because all the smoke screen stuff going on. And the Avengers basically all work together to basically deal with it. And of course, Yuji's like, I'll deal with it, no problem. Of course, everyone teams with no problem. Oh yeah, also the fire ability he basically do via Dragon Tooth. Yep. So of course, basically he takes on the creature. Well, they take on the creature while he builds up a spell. They do discover the person responsible for some of these monsters. It's a guy with a lantern with a symbol. They don't explain to the very end of the episode what the heck the symbol means. They also destroyed the cursed stone that he used. And of course, basically, a lot of the creatures are eliminated. Like, he used the same symbol twice after putting up a barrier around the whole town. And then while everybody's celebrating, he just quietly leaves. Go to the next town. Or before they leave, basically, the group is part of the Blue Knight of Salvation. That's what the mysterious call. They reveal the name in the next episode. So, then he goes next town, registers, and finds out, oh, he actually can track enemies. You're good. Then, of course, he puts up a spell. Then he looks to see what guild request. And then, this is interesting. So, then he meets 4 adventurers. And these 4 adventurers are Because one of them, basically, I was so happy to hear her voice. There is Rods, this mysterious guy, who's voiced by Brandon Harrisberger. Eris, who's an archer. Eris is voiced by... if I can find out who voiced her. Well, I do know that Lisa is voiced by Brittany Kowalski. Hooray! I always love hearing Brittany Kowalski's voice in anime. And this made it for me. The 38th series for her. Yeah, 38th. Which I was so happy with that. Last one just happened to be Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. Trying to figure out who voices Eris here. I can't find out who voices Eris, so basically, like, Roz basically has this very weird rotation of basically of have where he goes to a party and the party disappears, but he comes back perfectly fine. And he claims that they left him. In actuality, there's a reason why. So then they go out looking for the Earth Dragon looking for. By the way, there's actually a poster on the wall that comes like play later on in the episode. So then, of course, basically, like, they go out, and of course, there's actually five monsters about 2 kilometers ahead. And of course, he's completed first, and then he's like, there's 4 here. Where's the 5th one? Up there. And he takes them out, and of course, they all show their awesome moves, and of course, they beat the monsters. Then, pretty much, basically, like, right after that, then they set up camp. He volunteers first watch, and then the girls go in particular, and and of course, Yuji's left because he's wrestling his tamer. So then he leaves. The girls follow him, and of course, Yuji basically listens overhears all the conversation. The girls follow this hut, which is basically controlled by this guy named... they reveal his name later on. As Gallus. Excuse me. Gallus is voiced by James Bleacher. Yes. Yeah. And apparently it's something associated with the Blue Knight of Salvation here. So he quotes some of theirs and like about Calamity. And of course, like, 2 girls follow me. Like, apparently he actually wanted to sell his own ventures into being slaves. That's what's implied here, even though I don't say it. But yeah, he wanted to sell them to slavery. And Yuta could probably be, like, killed or whatever. But then, of course, he ends up saving the girls thanks to his slime, which is so funny. And the fact they freeze the hut, they took the leader out. And of course, Raj is kept there for some reason. So, of course, the girls basically are protected by Yuta until they eliminate, like, this guy's actually a wanted criminal. Like, we'll take him with us. And, of course, up a camp, thanks to his slimes. And the girls basically under his protection now, because they're very trustworthy. And then the episode ends, we see a priest looking at the moon, and, of course, this weird purple light at the end of the episode. Great 2 episodes to start with. I am going to do the next 2, and then go straight to Case Closed. Okay? So yeah, this particular view, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do this like button. Next up we have is a Comic Corner. Yep. Next video. Bye.